Welcome to the channel. Please subscribe with notifications on.
The horse is the famous Mr. Ed. Go right to the source and ask.
This could break the eye care industry in half. A program so powerful it's designed to restore a perfect day health and give anyone who uses a crystal clear 2020 vision in a matter of weeks. Its inventors have been conveniently silenced and forced to live in the shadows by the big glasses companies for the past 15 years. Mainstream media refuses to make their story public, even though it could save millions. Your own ophthalmologist under Big Pharma strict orders will refuse to say a word about its existence. And yet, this major vision repair discovery is too important to be kept buried. So if you're here, put your phone on silent. Close the door and make sure you watch every second of this video. Because in just 3 minutes from now, you'll know exactly what's killing your eyes, how to stop it and how to restore the perfect eyesight Mother Nature gives. Hi. My name is Kennard. If you are one of your loved ones who have been losing your sight and are afraid that one day you might not be able to see the faces of your loved ones anymore, then today your world is about to change forever because you're moments away from a scientifically proven all-natural method that can finally restore your eyes' self and give you back perfect eyesight. With absolutely no laser surgery, expensive drugs, or crazy eye exercises, and without having to face that a mess of look of your ophthalmologist's ever again. So stay because the answers I'm going to reveal in less than 2 minutes from now will change everything you ever thought was true about deteriorating vision. Your ophthalmologist is dead wrong. The real reason why your eyes are slowly dying is not normal. Even though it's a condition that has affected so many innocent men and women, it has zero to do with hereditary genes, your immune system or age. No, the problem goes much deeper. The problem, as recent clinical evidence shows, backed by a dozen emerging reports, some even published in the Harvard Medical School's journal, is an insidious inflammation that is literally suffocating your eyes to death, perversely attacking your retina and visual cortex while slowly killing your vision. Have you ever wondered why every single year 170,000 Americans go fully blind? 20, 40, 60-year-old people that will never see this beautiful world ever again. People that were simply abandoned by modern medicine. And yet there are men and women, even in their late 90s, with perfect eyesight. The answer is not for the weak of heart. But once you learn it, it will give you the key to finally stop this debilitating disease and regain your crystal clear vision once and for all. Picture the day when you wake up, open your eyes and see your bedroom and a crystal clear, beautiful picture with zero glasses. Never again having to stumble around in a foggy and dangerous world. Never again having to feel the pressure. That annoying thought in the back of your mind that you won't be able to get the simplest thing done if you forget your glasses. Never again having to worry that you might go blind one day and be dependent on others for the rest of your life. Instead, you'll be a free man or woman who lives in a beautiful, vivid life. And enjoys every single moment of it. Just like millions of other men and women like you, who even in their late 90s, still enjoy perfect 2020 vision. I know how shocking this sounds right now. Believe me, I truly do. After all, you've heard a gazillion different stories about your sight over the years and probably a lot of BS. Your own doctor has probably sold you a lot of false or outdated information. Sure. They always had the best intentions in mind. We're always happy to write you that prescription for new, right? Even though your eyes were slowly failing you every day, I say to you, no more of this. And no matter where you are, whether your vision loss was caused by type 2 diabetes, macular degeneration, glaucoma, eye injuries or other natural causes. You have a duty to yourself to stay focused right here on this page. Because today for the first time, your eyes, along with every other aspect of your life, are guaranteed to change for the better. I promise. So listen up, because time flies fast. The global eye care industry is worth $150 billion, and they're definitely not planning to stop their evil expansion. Absolutely not. The question is, what are you ready to do about it? The real question is, are you going to let them prey on you for the rest of your life while your worst nightmare becomes reality? I really hope not, because what I have to share today is guaranteed to save your eyesight and finally give you happiness and peace of mind. But please don't take my word for granted. Look at some of the 97,700 success stories of this incredible breakthrough. Today, I threw my glasses away and I wept because I couldn't believe that after all these years, all it took was a simple program. And a few weeks of my life and my vision finally got back to normal. My doctor told me I was crazy, that I was somehow faking it. He was the fake one. Him together with the pharma cohorts that sold me their eyeglasses, contact lenses, phony medication and whatnot, and led me to think that I'm just not fit to be a normal person. Well, they're wrong. My vision is back. My life is back. And I've got you to thank for it. Thanks a million times. Do you know what it's like to live with the fear that you could go blind someday? Do you know what it's like to live every single day? Every single moment with that thought in the back of your mind? It haunts you day and night. You feel like you're being punished and for no reason. Well, no more of that, sir. After a few weeks of being on this program, my vision is 99% back. I feel reborn. I should take those prescriptions and give that ophthalmologist a piece of my mind. But I won't, because I am so happy with the way I feel right now. I have 4 words for you. I can see clearly. Yes, I can see clearly without glasses or lenses or whatnot. I can't believe how easy this was. You need to show this to everyone. Every day my phone gets flooded with phone calls, texts, emails, WhatsApp messages. And they all say the same thing, that this program is guaranteed to work for any woman or man out there. So let's get to it then. It's about time you set free from the vision loss nightmare. Like I said, I'm Kennard. Ever since I graduated from the University of Chicago, I only had one goal in mind: to research and find a solution for vision loss. During my long career, I've worked with many prestigious doctors, professionals and experts in their fields. People who shared my dream and others who were too caught up in their classic treatment methods and didn't agree with my alternative way of thinking. I've seen and treated every single aspect related to vision and eye problems, such as hard cases of macular degeneration, glaucoma, retinal damage due to type 2 diabetes, and even inflammation of the optic nerve. I was also honored to have been part of an elite team of researchers and medical experts that discovered some of the most incredible breakthroughs for these terrible conditions. In my over 30 years of experience, I've helped over 5,200 Americans keep their eyes and vision healthy. I wanted to prove to myself and the entire medical community that vision loss can be recovered, and it's not a life sentence. I wanted to prove to them all that the ocular system can be restored. Even though every time I dared to mention this to one of my senior colleagues, they were laughing out of the room. I never stopped. But before I go on, you should know why. 99% of the doctors consider vision loss normal, a condition that comes with age, they claim, even though it's affecting more and more of our younger population every day. And sure, to some extent they are right. Over 12 million people over 40 years of age suffer from vision impairment. More than 50% of our senior population needs glasses. At some point, while this number is expected to significantly increase over the next decade, now, this may seem commonplace, as all the doctors you'll go to will tell you. But there is no way it is normal, as you'll see in just a couple of minutes. Now, if you've been losing your sight, you know how vicious this disease can be. It affects every single aspect of your life, including your relationships. First, there are the little accidents around the house which you don't necessarily pay attention to. Then you somehow become dependent on others, always tripping over by accident, always anxiously looking out for your glasses. You can't drive as well as you used to. You can't be as good of a husband, father as you used to. You constantly see other people's judgmental looks, but they don't know how difficult this can be sometimes. And by the time you know it, the doctor is giving you another prescription for newer, stronger glasses. You keep wondering, when will all this stop? You feel cursed, and for a good reason. Even with all these solutions that come from eyesight techniques, people are drowning in painful hopelessness, and no one seems to care to find a permanent solution. There are 93 million people traumatized from sight impairment in the US alone, and yet they are forced to accept the torment and unfortunate reality. No major breakthrough treatment, no radical research. People have been convinced that sight deficiency is unavoidable and incurable. Oh, there's surgery, but that doesn't work for everyone. Even after all these years, eye surgery is still a rather risky undertaking. So risky they'll only do one at a time. Even ophthalmologists and scientists are sunk in stagnation. They prescribe you the same glasses or contact lenses and propose staggeringly expensive and even life-threatening surgeries as the sole fix. I'm sure you know, and I've been through all these things already. Glasses have been a pain in, well, you know, where contact lenses have left you financially broken with countless infections. So you constantly change cleaning solutions in order to get rid of the red, itchy and sore eyes and the everyday burden of putting them in and taking them out your whole life through, or the thought of undergoing very dangerous and costly surgeries that, in all fairness, everyone should be scared of, because their number one side effect is ironically going blind. Now, if any of this rings true for you, you should know one thing. This is not your fault. It really isn't. I even prescribing glasses, contact lenses, medication my entire life because that's what conventional medicine has taught me. I used all the methods available to increase people's vision. I was intimately familiar with them all, but all it took was one incident alone to bring my knowledge about impairment upside down. So stick with me for a couple more minutes. Because, Alan, the story of how I accidentally stumbled across what could be considered the most important scientific discovery of modern medicine. The true key solution that any woman or man can use to completely restore their perfect eyesight for good. You see, I have seen countless men and women that came to me to help them, lost in sadness and panic for their sight deterioration, willing to spend every single penny of theirs to get rid of this debilitating disease. People that felt coerced and angry that their whole life has suddenly become a shambles and they couldn't do a single thing about it. People that were absolutely innocent and deserved more than this disastrous fate. And yet they were coming through my office door every single day, ashamed and devastated, imploring me to save their eyes. Witnessing so many heart-rending cases made me feel sorry for them. And yet I knew deep down that vision deterioration was probably the most difficult enemy to be fought with. I always thought this was the way things worked, that the only way to treat sight deficiency was to prescribe a pair of glasses, contact lenses, some medication, and possibly surgery. After all, if scientists had done a better solution by now, we would know about it already. Right. Well, I couldn't be more wrong, because one morning this lovely young lady knocked on my door and changed my whole worldview. Her name was Claudia Maxwell. My heart was broken and the shattered pieces. When she told me her story as her eyes were staring at me, I could see the void in them. She has been experiencing symptoms of vision decline for 2 months now, wearing those huge, thick glasses that covered almost her whole face. She would wake up some days and all she could see was a blend of colors fading away. Others almost nothing at all. All the tests showed everything was perfect, and she had no history of blindness in her family. The overwhelming feelings and emotional pain she was going through, I could only imagine. She was desperate and I couldn't blame her. This was hands down the most severe case of vision loss I have ever seen. Her eyes were a flood of tears when she said to me, "Please do something. I have lost everything." She started telling me how she was abandoned by her fiancé on the day of their wedding. Not only that, but she was fired from her dream job because of her deteriorating vision, a job she recently got through blood, sweat and tears after waiting a lifetime. My fiancé left me at the altar in front of hundreds of people. I don't even want to talk about it. This pain will never go away. And my job. I have sacrificed anything you can imagine to get this job. Please help me. I beg you. I cannot afford surgery. I do not want to go blind. I felt truly sorry for Claudia. And yet I knew this wasn't going to go away by magic. I knew that vision loss was a hard nut to crack. It had taken me over 2 decades to understand this disease and its behavior. And I must say, it's truly one of the trickiest that I've ever seen. The decline of human sight appears out of nowhere. It may affect your right eye with very subtle and mild symptoms. Later, your left eye may start showing signs of blurry vision. As time passes, it becomes worse, ruining every day-to-day activity. You can imagine, for example, if you suffer from nearsightedness, you are also exposed to a wide range of ocular diseases that have no treatment. You will start having headaches because you will frequently strain your eyes. It will be very difficult for you to concentrate and even work. Even if you wear glasses or contacts, you will feel fatigue easier and faster than a normal person. Farsightedness will make you extremely vulnerable to cataracts, glaucoma, and even retinal detachment. And if left unchecked, it can lead to vision-threatening situations such as blindness. And the worst part is it can happen even if you have an athlete's body. It doesn't matter how good the rest of your health is. Vision loss makes no exceptions. It is bound to appear regardless of what you do. Now, imagine me trying to explain that to the poor girl who could hardly see me. And I was just a couple of feet away from her. Being the one who has to tell her that she'll have to live like this forever. That the next time she brushes her teeth in the morning, it may be the last time she can see yourself in the mirror. My heart ached for, and what puzzled me was how on earth her vision got so bad at such a rapid pace and such a young age. I stayed late that night, long after she left, thinking about her situation and about other people that came to me for help over the years. It was truly haunting me. Why does some people have 20/20 vision while every single member of their family suffers from high deterioration in others with no family history of blindness? Get advanced sight loss extremely fast. And more important is science claims. Vision loss is a terrible disease you cannot avoid, and it comes with age. Why do some people, as old as 70, have not a single sign of vision complications? It just doesn't add up. There had to be something that did not affect the eyes and kept the vision 100% intact. I just wasn't able to see it. But as they say, life works in mysterious ways. Because the next morning I received a call that was going to change everything I thought was real about vision deficiency. His name was Dr. Goldberg. One of my respected colleagues and old friends. We had worked together for over a decade at a big pharma conglomerate whose annual revenue is well over $1 billion. He wanted to meet with me to see if he could help me with my case. You see, besides being an extremely nice, empathetic and humble person, Dr. Goldberg was also a very good doctor. During his career, he dealt with thousands of extreme and severe cases of sight loss, treating every single one of them. His work, in every sense of the word, was impeccable. He was a published author and was constantly interviewed by national television. and even though we haven't spoken for nearly 15 years, I was truly glad to see him again. He wanted to know if he could help me with my new project. But as we started talking, I couldn't help but notice he could read the menu from a distance without any glasses on and with zero issues. You see, besides being a very good physician, Dr. Goldberg had a sad story to share. Ever since he was a kid, he was diagnosed with advanced nearsightedness, bullied constantly wearing glasses that looked like goggles. It was the reason he became a doctor in the first place. He hoped he'd find a solution to the medical condition that was ruining his life. When we first met, even though he was one of the most fun people to be around with, he found it very difficult to communicate and hang out with people enduring this debilitating disease his whole life. Doctors telling him that he should prepare for a complete vision loss in his teenage years. Now, he was sitting in front of me without any glasses or contact lenses on. I was truly intrigued. I mean, on one hand, I was extremely happy to see him. On the other hand, I wanted to know how in the world he managed to get his vision back. Now, what he had to say was incredulous. Even today, after finding that it is 100% proven scientifically, I'm still unsure of how incredible this is. I gave up wearing glasses for over 10 years now, buddy, Dr. Goldberg told me. I can drive a night without any problem now. I'm no longer afraid as I used to be back then. I still do tests and I no longer have to wear glasses, contacts, or whatsoever. My vision is better than ever. Perfect as lab tests confirm. And that's when Dr. Goldberg said something that made me put on my thinking cap. Ken, we were so close to solving the mystery of vision loss. We just missed what was staring us right there in our face. The reason why no one could figure out how to stop the deterioration was because they didn't go further in the organism. The place where vision starts decreasing is not the eye. In fact, it's inside our guts. Well, it starts with an inflammation in the eye, but this is triggered by the dangerous process that happens in our guts. No one ever thought this could be the reason for poor eyesight. Remember that dinner we had at the Cavern in Louisiana after meeting with Congress? Dr. Gilbert asked me. Yes. You and a couple of other doctors got some pretty bad food poisoning. There. I replied to Dr. Goldberg without knowing why he brought this up. I didn't mention this before, but did you spot something oddly common? The other two doctors and I had glasses or other eye-related problems, and we were the only ones who got it. Even though the food was the same for everyone. Now that got us thinking. Dr. Goldberg continued, so I told some of our colleagues to research that area and send us the lab tests. Do you remember what happened to them afterwards? He asked me. Suddenly, it all came back to me. Shortly after, our colleagues announced they were onto something. Some guys in dark suits came into our lab and took out everything from their office, and I had never heard of them ever since. Now, what Dr. Goldberg was telling me was both scary and mind-blowing. I was sitting there trying to wrap my head around his words. I mean, this is the kind of conspiracy you usually see in movies. But then I told myself I was sitting right there in front of my oldest friend questioning his findings when I had just quit Big Pharma because they were doing the exact same thing to my work. Now, in Dr. Goldberg's words, here's how the eye is attacked. And your vision is slowly killed by microbes in the gut which are able to pass through the intestinal wall into the bloodstream and from the gut straight inside your ocular system where they start suffocating it. You see, this inflammation is sneaky, though. It brings other diseases along with taking on the form of every known ocular disease, including glaucoma, optic nerve deterioration, cataracts. Ultimately leading to permanent vision loss or death. And in early stages, it induces eye redness, eye pain, light sensitivity, blurred vision, floaters and decreased vision, but in fact, it is triggered by a variety of microbiomes inside your guts. such as Aspergillus, Fusarium, Candida, Curvularia, Penicium, Rhizopus, Mucosa, too many to be thought individually. They are literally everywhere around us, from water, plants and trees to even starchy foods like bread and potatoes. It's impossible to avoid them, and you're constantly exposed to them no matter where you live, your age, gender or your body's immune system. All of these travel from your guts through your bloodstream to your eye, attacking the sight. But why do only some people get to experience the negative effects of this debilitating infestation? The truth is, it eventually affects anyone sooner or later. The only key reason that makes a difference is the capability of the gut to flush them out. It's the reason why some of our senior folks have been rapidly losing their sight, because their immune system is weakened as they age. That's why most people start getting worse vision around their 50s, even though they had healthy eyes all of their lives. Due to the thinness of your intestine wall, which is designed to absorb nutrients, they are able to bypass the digestion process and move further in the body. Eventually, encountering the eye as being the coziest place they can rest in, and it makes perfect sense. That's why Dr. Goldberg got that food poisoning, along with the 2 other doctors who suffered from ocular diseases. Their intestines, walls were weaker, so it was harder for them to flush this poison out of their body, making them sick. Now, the microbiomes aren't all that smart, but they are specific. So they go directly to your eye and attach themselves to it. And this explains perfectly why you may get hit by ocular problems at any age, at any moment in life. It's like an avalanche, or you have no idea. It comes your way and it finally hijacks your body. Yes, that's what it does. It literally takes over your eyes and does not go away, no matter the medication you use. Now, this was actually confirmed by a published research in the Journal of Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science almost 10 years ago. And Dr. Goldberg has found this in his own research, too. In fact, since then, many other peer-reviewed studies have proven the same thing, that the real root cause of deteriorating eyesight is not found inside your eyes, but inside your gut. In fact, the problem goes even further. Another study published in the American Physiological Society has also proven that bad gut microbiomes are actually responsible for weight gain as well, by damaging the fat-burning process. But nobody pays attention to it. And yet, vision loss treatment sales are holding high and strong every year. Looking over Dr. Goldberg's notes blew my mind. So the only thing that we have to do is stop these microbes from entering your bloodstream and attacking the sight. Then I would have the power to recover itself. Regaining his 2020 vision, I said to Dr. Goldberg, "You can look at me. I have not experienced even the slightest of a deficiency for over a decade. I do tests every 6 months, and my vision is absolutely perfect." "I did find the way," he replied passionately. I was intrigued. And then Dr. Peterson explained it to me. For us to flush out this poison, we have to safely introduce certain chemicals inside your blood cells which can attack those parasites. Once these toxic parasites stop invading the human organism, the inflammation disappears in no time, and then your vision gets fully restored. And then Dr. Goldberg showed me how, after 7 years of long research and countless lab tests, he finally managed to find the right combination of natural ingredients that helped him break free from the vision loss nightmare and completely erase this disease. "Have you tried to publish your findings?" I asked him. Of course I did. I went to my former employer, showed them the lab results, all my 7 years of research. And after what I think was the longest presentation I ever had, you know what they asked me? They said, "All right, but how do we make money off this if people only have to use it once?" The next day I submitted my resignation, and I have lived every day since thinking this solution will never make it to the public eye. They won't let me. But I also thought that I was not alone against this enemy. We are in this together. Let's do again. Here it is. See it for yourself. There it was. On the next page of his research book. All the ingredients and specific quantities he'd used to recover 100% of his vision. Since there are so many microbiomes out there and it's literally impossible to fight them all individually, this formula was meant to flush them all out. It took them 4 years and hundreds of different combinations to reach the exact mix that gave Dr. Goldberg his eyesight back. It was incredible. We had to put this to a larger scale test immediately. I said to my old friend, "Why do you think I came to you?" He replied, "Now, I knew exactly who to call as our first test subject to try the solution. Claudia Maxwell. That lovely young girl that came to my office with tremendously big glasses and fat lenses that were hiding every inch of her face. When I contacted her, she immediately said yes, happy that she would be the one to try it. She actually told me that her vision has gotten even worse. So Dr. Goldberg and I gave her the formula and instructed her to follow the program. According to our lab test results, she said that she was wishing from the bottom of her heart that this would work. She had started having constant headaches on top of everything else, mainly due to her aggravated vision loss. She called me every single morning for the first few days just to let me know that she was following the program and asking me what's next. Every time I would tell her to wait, as it would take a while, yet the next morning she would call me again. After a few days, she wanted to give up, saying that she didn't see any improvements and thanked me for thinking of her and that she should just accept her life as it is. I struggled to try and convince her to continue just for a little longer. Now, the next week I didn't hear from her and I had no idea if she'd quit the program or just wanted some time alone. I was kind of sad, to be honest. I tried to call her, but she wouldn't pick up the phone. The future looked bleak. Then one cold morning, I heard a knock on my door, and there she was, Claudia, standing at my door with tears flowing down her cheeks. My God, what have you done to yourself? I guess you're looking at her face. It's you, Dr. Hart. Is this formula? It works. She yelled full of joy. Now, let me tell you, her face was absolutely glowing. No glasses on. It was single-handedly the most incredible transformation I have ever seen in my life. She hugged me like a kid who just got her Christmas present as I continued to stare at her face. I called Dr. Goldberg to give him the good news. Then we took Claudia for a test to see if there were any traces of vision deterioration. The result? Her eyesight was fully restored. Claudia had finally broken free from the vision loss prison. Her depression and anxiety disappeared. Her zest for life finally came back. And she was starting to live the life she has always deserved. Once again, up to this day, she calls me every couple of months to thank me and Dr. Goldberg for what this formula has done to her. We thank you, Claudia, for giving this formula a try and being the pioneer of what's now the biggest medical breakthrough in the medicine world. As I was talking with Dr. Goldberg on the phone and told him I was beyond thrilled that our research has finally paid off, but he warned me that the remedy was efficient for Claudia and him. But what about other people? We had to test the remedy and more volunteers in order to be 100% sure about its efficacy. So what we did was to post an ad online saying we're looking for volunteers from nearsighted and farsighted individuals with mild symptoms to those with advanced sight deterioration. Those countless individuals that were deceived and undergone through LASIK surgery, all of them had one thing in common: vision loss was ruining every aspect of their lives. In 2 weeks' time, we managed to gather over 270 volunteers ready to validate our theory. Now, I expected the remedy to be efficient, but I did not expect to be that good. Within just a few weeks, 98% of the participants reported they had regained 90% of their vision. They also reported elevated energy levels, no more crushing headaches. They were in excellent spirits and free from stress and anxiety. Within a few more weeks after that, 100% of the participants reported that they had fully recovered their sight. It was absolutely stunning. And as an unforeseen side benefit, they all observed increased memory, capacity and focus. Repeated tests demonstrated no signs of eye deficiency. Women were glowing with happiness. Colors started showing on their cheeks. They looked 20 years younger. The men were full of assertive energy and confident. No longer captives of this debilitating disease. Each one of the participants had crystal clear vision in just a few weeks. Even the most skeptical ones jumped out of their skin when they got what they called eagle vision. It was plain as day. The remedy was working 100%. Dr. Goldberg and myself were watching with utter excitement as our dream was being brought to life. All this pain had to come to an end, and we had to make this available for everyone. So Dr. Goldberg managed to pull some strings. So we found a small, independent natural pharmaceutical company in Nevada and we started looking for producers that only offer the purest ingredients. I'll tell you, it wasn't easy. It took us weeks until we found something reliable. You'd be shocked if you know how ignorant most of these people are when it comes to the quality and purity of the raw materials they produce. We looked for ingredients on 3 continents. Dr. Goldberg used all his connections to make sure we only got top quality ingredients from certified and FDA-approved producers. The job was excruciating. We worked day and night to make sure each ingredient was mixed in the right quantities. But after over a month of hard work, we finally did it. So we put everything in an easy-to-swallow capsule to take once a day with a big glass of water. We called it VisiSharp, the only 100% natural blend that targets the real cause of your eyesight loss. Weakens and destroys the toxic parasites that have been causing inflammation in your ocular system and helps you recover 100% of your vision. We only source the purest, highest quality ingredients for this formula. The perfect combination of 16 carefully mixed plant extracts and vitamins into an easy-to-swallow capsule to take once a day we only produce with a Sharp in our FDA-approved facility using the latest technology and equipment. Every capsule of VisiSharp is non-GMO and safe. This protocol is very easy to follow and is also diabetic-friendly. It does not require any restrictive diets or starving yourself. In fact, you can continue eating your favorite foods and enjoy the amazing benefits of this formula. Over a dozen independent labs across 2 continents have tested this program in 3,200 women and men from 6 countries to make sure that positive results weren't limited to only a select group of people. Lab tests have shown us that in order for this program to be efficient, all the ingredients have to be mixed only in these exact quantities and in this exact formula. And what we achieved is what most experts call a medical breakthrough. Here's a short explanation how these ingredients work and why they are so powerful. Step 1: Your body absorbs these powerful nutrients. Once you've taken the first capsule of this, a Sharp, the nutrient absorption process begins. This blend contains highly effective ingredients and vitamins sourced from specific places like Africa, Asia, Northern Europe, and even Earth's biggest rainforest in Brazil. All these nutrients are crucial for doing 2 things. First, they flush out the toxic microbes that have been causing the acid-damaging inflammation. Second, they nourish, repair your eyes and restore your vision. Since they are 100% natural and have been selected due to their purity, your body will immediately start absorbing them, and the cleanse inside restoration process will begin immediately. Step to the eye, suffocating inflammation stops. Once your body has absorbed all these powerful nutrients, the inflammation stops in your ocular system. This is extremely crucial. In order for your body to have the power to tear down the inflammation, the eye's pathways needs to stay alert and strong 24/7. and your immune system at its peak to achieve this. We picked a powerful combination of vitamin A and zinc. This amazing remedy will empower the eye itself and can start sending purifying signals through your bloodstream and guts. Step 3: once inflammation vanishes, your eye starts to heal and repair. Now pay attention, because here's where the incredible things start to happen. First, to help you completely eliminate the inflammation from your body, we had to carefully blend a proprietary mixture of 6 ingredients, including marigold flower, extremely rich and anti-inflammatory substances that contains a miraculous lutein. It's one of our top ingredients and the holy grail for curing eye inflammation and itchiness. Preserving your vision 100% by guarding your eye's tissues from harmful solar radiation and oxidative damage. It's also used to find bacteria, viruses, fungus and access and immune-boosting formula. Second, we added cures. It in this amazing plant not only protects your eye's pathways against any infection, but also restores your vision to the fullest. It goes right from the gut, purifying the tissue into the organism, eliminating any trace of inflammation on its way to the eye, where finally the sight is improved and shielded for life. Next on the list, Dr. Goldberg and I made sure to add another powerful ingredient, the famous bilberry, known for his anti-inflammatory properties. This fruit is extremely rich in antioxidants. It's one of our star ingredients. It travels through your entire body and puts even the most stubborn microbiome outbreak to sleep safely, carrying it out from the body. If I can hire bodyguards, the grape seeds we added would be the perfect candidates for the amazing job these grape seeds do is brilliant. Along with the vitamin A I already told you about. They literally shield the eyes and don't let any harmful microorganism pass through and ensure the eye is safe from inflammation. And they even strengthen the intestinal wall, closing the gate for parasites, bacteria or fungus. I mentioned how the air is basically suffocated oxygen and nutrients not being able to reach inside. So we needed an effective ingredient to clear the pathways, remove inflammation and nourish your eyes. And this is dorine. The way this magical nutrient safely improves the circulation and helps the air to get all needed organic substances so it could work properly. And a total of 16 incredible ingredients makes perfectly to nourish your eyes and help you fight off the vicious inflammation from your body cells once and for all. No other known blend can reach the effectiveness of this eye restoration solution. And in just a few weeks, you'll finally have the vision of an eagle, your retina will be completely healed. Your migraines will disappear forever, and your mood and energy levels will skyrocket. That's because this natural blend is one more important thing. It gives you back your natural born and deserved eyesight and helps you regain your life back. Now, you may have 2 questions at this point. How do I get my hands on VisiSharp and in what quantity should I take this supplement? You see, it's difficult for me to answer the first question. That's because most of the ingredients used to make this a sharp are extremely hard and time-consuming to source, which makes our ability to keep high socks on hand almost impossible. Every woman and man that is tested VisiSharp and improved their vision is asking us for more bottles for themselves and for their families and friends. This makes our stock run out in days every time we get a new shipment. And you should know that we produce. There's a sharp and small batches only which take up to 3 months to deliver, which means that once we run out of stock, you'll have to wait another 3 months until you can get your hands on this formula. Then there's the big pharma army of angry lawyers who threaten to shut us down if we don't take this formula down. Now, since you're here, your product is reserved, but unfortunately, if you leave this page, we cannot guarantee supply when you come back. Now, before I tell you in what quantities you should take this supplement, here's something very important you should know. In order to make this formula work for you, you have to take into consideration what the severity of your vision loss is and how long you've been carrying this inflammation. based on a test we made with our partnering lab on over 3,200 men and women from 6 different countries. Looking at the severity of the toxic inflammation in their ocular system, I must confess the results were shockingly bad. So when it comes to how much of a swab you should take, our safe response is don't risk it. After seeing the results of over 97,700 women and men from all over the world, we recommend taking at least 3 bottles of VisiSharp over a period of 90 days, and if you want to be completely safe, then we recommend taking at least 6 bottles or more. This is guaranteed to naturally restore your crystal clear 2020 vision for the rest of your days. Tens of thousands of men and women have confidently used this sharp with mind-blowing results. They now enjoyed the new life that has been given to them. They live a happy for life where they don't have to constantly worry about driving at night, misreading texts or spotting tiny little details. They are stress-free and anxiety-free. They are now free and ready to explore the beauty of this world with their own eyes, with their beautiful, perfectly healthy and crystal clear vision, and their confidence levels are holding high and strong since they don't have to deal with this frustrating problem anymore. People like Martin Gilmore, a 44-year-old who says this product is a miracle. I had to wear glasses since I was in kindergarten. Being so young, I got used to the idea of just being built like this and never questioning my doctor's intentions. But then I ran into this formula and I said, at least it's worth a try. But I wasn't ever expecting to work so well. I burst into tears when I could finally see what a person with healthy disease, Miranda Fisher, a 39-year-old, also said. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You're the only one who helped me save my sight. I feel like it's a new beginning. For me. I didn't realize how bad my vision was until you literally opened my eyes. And here's an email from Josh Button, 54 years old, who says, I was putting money aside to get surgery. My daughter never let me go to the playground alone with my grandkids. She was afraid of losing them because of my bad side, so I had to fix it. I feel blessed and honored. I got to use a solution is the only thing that really helped me regain my vision faster than I have ever dreamed of and be closer to my family. Thank you so much. Robert Simpson, 41 years old from Minnesota, says myopia has been not only a physical impediment in my life, but even more so a psychological one. I decided to give your product a chance, although I was highly skeptical. The world I'm now seeing is beginning to look like it was when I was a child. It is difficult to express the joy I am now experiencing. My goal was to remove my requirement for prescription glasses for my driver's license. Yes, he's made it. Thank you. A million times now, after hearing all this, you understand why this program was initially priced at $397. Sure. I could have easily done this and people would still line up to get this formula. The truth is, I'm not here to make myself money. I've made myself a good amount of money during my 20-plus year medical career. I'm actually close to retiring, but there was just one last thing I want to do before I do that. I want to help you and millions of women and men out there to break free from the vision loss nightmare. That's why I'm not going to ask you for $397 or even $297 for the program that has already helped 97,700 women and men just like you. In fact, today, while this website is still up, you have a one-time chance to get the clinically proven formula that repairs your eyes and helps you regain your perfect 2020 vision in a matter of weeks. For only $69 a bottle. And because I know how important it is to regain your eyesight and life, I've managed to get our manufacturer to offer a big discount on the 6-bottle packages of VisiSharp. This means that you can get it for only $49 per bottle and also get free shipping from us for as long as the supply lasts. Once VisiSharp is out of stock, the discount is gone forever. So go ahead, Select your package and join the 97,700 men and women who for so many times in their beautiful lives have regained their perfect eyesight. Now tens of thousands of women and men are already living proof that VisiSharp will get you glasses free and give you back to sharp and perfect sight. Mother Nature given to you 3 bottles of VisiSharp will both read you from the eye-killing inflammation, boost your energy levels, nourish your eyes, strengthen your immune system, and significantly improve your vision. But there is a reason why 98% of eye users choose the 6 bottles package. Once you go with the 6 bottles package in just 6 months from now, you'll be able to completely shield yourself against this sight deteriorating inflammation and keep your perfect 2020 vision for years to come. Which also means that VisiSharp will act like a natural defense system against ocular diseases. Now, if this sounds alright, look below. Now you'll see 3 packages, 2 of them with the major discount I've managed to secure from our manufacturer. Select the one you most desire. Clinical trials have shown that the 3 or 6 bottle ones are most recommended. And hit the button below. Once you've secured your water, will immediately ship VisiSharp straight to your doorstep. Now, this program will do what? Nothing else could get your vision back. And that may be a little shocking to you. I get it. After all, the eye care giants have been preying on you ever since you first stepped foot in their offices. So let me change this right now. I want you to know that every single bottle of VisiSharp comes to the solemn 60-day money-back guarantee. Give this all-natural supplement a try and escape this nightmare for good. Feel the joy of never having to worry that your eyes are slowly failing. You see how great it is to see that lovely look of your spouse every single morning unaffected by this monstrous disease? Experience all this and in 60 days. If you're not happy with VisiSharp, send me an email or call me and I'll refund every single penny. No questions asked. No bureaucracy. You've got 2 to 4 months to decide to VisiSharp is the right thing for you. But you need to hurry. Dr. Goldberg and I made a lot of enemies by posting this program online. Vicious vision loss industry giants who woke up this morning and noticed their bank account balance was slimmer than yesterday. Snake eye drug manufacturers who don't know what to do with their remaining inventory of cheap knockoff products. Each one of them wants this site off the internet. So the next time my phone rings and I'm forced to take this program down, you'll be on your own. But why would you give up on your only real chance? You have to actually restore your vision when you could join over 97,700 men and women in just a few weeks from now, when you have so little time to spend and so much to gain. Just imagine no more stumbling around in a foggy and dangerous world. No more endless fear of going blind in the near future. And no more glasses or contact lenses. Imagine not having to bring them with you. Went out on a date or having to deal with the cost and judgment of those who look at you in contempt instead. Imagine waking up in the morning, looking in the mirror and seeing your shining beautiful eyes, looking back at you with 100% crystal clear vision and an all stars when you select your package below and at the buy button. Now it's time for you to make a choice. The decision you're about to make will decide the course of the rest of your life. You can choose to stop spending your money on the same old products on the market and hope in vain for a miracle to happen when you already know that even though they may alleviate symptoms for a while, they do not treat the root cause of your poor sight. Or you can take this small step now. Pick your package, hit the button below and get control over your life again. You have the power to restore your 2020 vision, and it's only one click away. No more foggy vision. No more injuries and accidents because you lost your glasses yet again. No more fear of complications in the near future. You have the power to get your happiness back, and it cost close to nothing, especially when compared to the price you pay every time you visit your doctor. Not to mention the damage it has on every aspect of your life and your mind and body. This formula works for any disease you may suffer from. Plus, You're protected by our 60-day no questions asked, the money-back guarantee. So go ahead and select your package now and you can start being the person that you've always wanted to be. It all starts now with a single click and it takes less than a minute. Do it now. And give this a sharper chance. Still here? No worries. I understand. Especially given the amazing secrets that I've revealed in this presentation. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me answer some of the most important questions we receive about business. So you can go ahead and hit the buy button below with full confidence. Well, VisiSharp works for me. The short answer is yes. You see, the reason why VisiSharp is so effective is because of the way it works. Laser surgery literally cuts the tissue of your cornea countless times, leading to double sight vision loss at night and possibly even a graver sight impairment. So you spend thousands for nothing. Your eyes becoming way more problematic and you were caught in a vicious cycle, which you cannot escape from spending every single penny you have for glasses, lenses, medication. VisiSharp, on the other hand, has zero complications and goes directly to the root cause of your problem in a unique and proprietary way. According to the work Dr. Goldberg and I did, the reason why you've been losing your vision is because of a toxic inflammation in your eyes, which has been undefeatable until now. Dr. Goldberg and I have identified 6 powerful natural ingredients that together flesh out the inflammation from your eyes and allow your body to completely destroy the toxins that are causing it from your ocular cells. Which means that if you suffer from myopia, astigmatism, farsightedness, or any ocular diseases, it is now 100% possible to eliminate vision impairment for life. Can I take this example if I have allergies or I'm currently taking other supplements? We created vision for all ages and medical conditions. The only side effect you'll see while using it will be the glow on your face when you look in the mirror every morning for the rest of your life and knowing that you have finally broken free from vision loss. VisiSharp does not require any restrictive diets or weird exercises, does not interfere with other supplements you may take. And if the dress is the root cause of why these ocular diseases are able to survive inside your body, it does this in an extreme and natural way while reading your body in eyes of the dangerous inflammation that is killing your vision. You should also know that the sharpest produced using high-quality ingredients in an FDA-approved facility using the latest technology and equipment. This is why we can confidently say that VisiSharp is safe to use. Now, as always, if you suffer from allergies or other certain medical conditions at this very moment, we strongly advise that you consult with your doctor first. Who is this program for? VisiSharp was designed to work for women and men who suffer from any ocular condition and have been dealing with this debilitating disease. And for people who just want the glow on their face back for the rest of their life. Zero side effects. And it doesn't interfere with any medication or diet. How long does it take to see the results? The moment you begin taking VisiSharp is when the fight against the inflammation in your eyes begins. And once your body assimilates all the nutrients it needs, you'll start seeing results in no time. Also, we always recommend that you maintain a healthy lifestyle while taking Reserve to enjoy its long-term benefits. How long will VisiSharp be available for? I'm really not sure. History has shown us that Big Pharma is not going to sit still and watch as their profits vanish into thin air. They'll spend as much money as they need in legal fees to shut down their site. This may be your last chance to get a share. The choice is up to you, of course, but I wouldn't wait until it's already too late and this website is removed from the internet. Also, you should know that the only place you can get VisiSharp is right here on this page. Why do you say this is a risk-free program again? We are confident this formula will help you to fully restore your vision. That's why every bottle of VisiSharp comes through the risk-free, no questions asked Syncoda money-back guarantee. even if you're only 99% satisfied and you don't want VisiSharp anymore. Send us an email and we'll refund every penny you invested. No questions asked. No hassle. No red tape. What happens if I select one of the packages below? Once you've selected one of the packages below, and click the Buy button, you'll be taken to our secure checkout page. You fill the form and place your order. We then start preparing your package and ship it to your door in a safe and discreet manner. The entire process is very simple and takes less than a minute.